The Battle of Richmond was fought in August of 1862 and is known as one of the most decisive battles of the Civil War. Ever since, Madison County has worked to keep the integrity of the land to honor its history.
More than 100 years later, it's the site of another battle between the people who live near there and the county fiscal court. Jacqueline Nye explains in the big story at 5:30.
All of this could have been avoided if the fiscal court would have addressed the people here and said, we're thinking about selling the golf course.
These four people are just a handful of the hundreds who have signed this petition, demanding a seat at the table as the county decides the future of their neighborhood.
I want to see it stay a golf course. I really think it's a value to the community. But when you're in a financial crisis, then you have to prioritize things.
Judge Executive Reagan Taylor says the crisis is the county's overcrowded jail. We told you about a property tax hike to build a bigger one, but the tax caused a backlash and ultimately didn't pass. So now the county is looking to sell several properties to fund the project, including Battlefield Golf Course. But that's not all. The county is also appraising other properties, including Willgreen Lake and the old school building.
It's going to help you in that moment because it gives you cash, right? You liquidate those properties into cash. So that's a plus. And then on some of those properties, you have a yearly cost that it costs you to keep it up and operate it.
But the neighbors say they've checked the paperwork and they're not so sure it'll work.
They can't even attest in that resolution that it will fix anything. It may fix.
And they say if the course is sold and developed, the county will see the benefits, but they could be out a lot of money.
So this past summer, we took out a home equity loan to put in an in-ground swimming pool, thinking this is the time, this is the best time to do this. And then here comes December and this resolution, and that could really, really affect this investment for us.
We bought our home 4 years ago, and we basically put in mechanicals, roofing, heat pump, things of that nature. And you're still talking about an outlay of money you probably won't get back if this happens.
Not just a golf course. That's the message that the people who live here in the Battlefield neighborhoods are trying to send to their county officials.
Making sure that some of the land that is R1, they're not stuffing homes into that sector or causing your beautiful view that you took great care to choose and purchase doesn't have a gigantic apartment building sitting there.
Judge Executive Taylor says he's heard the concerns and he wants the golf course to stay wide open if it's sold.
If you're familiar with Lexington, Andover did this maybe a couple years ago. And so, I've reached out to some of that. Hey, what did that truly do to those houses in Andover when that happened?
The neighbors want those protectors in black and white in the resolution. And Judge Executive Taylor says the court plans to do that during their meeting next Tuesday. But the group behind the petition says the plan needs more time and thought.
I feel like it was not well thought out, and we need time to discuss with them a due diligence period, if you will.
My door is open, and I would encourage those individuals to call me, and I will comfort them.
Appraisals will be done by the end of the month, and the goal is to put each location on the market in a couple of months. In Madison County, Jacqueline Nye, LEX 18 News.